Hey guys, it's Eliza Rex here, and I am so excited to be doing my very first interview on planet Earth. This is crazy. And I get the honor today to interview my girl MAAD, who is a dope DJ, a talented singer, a fashionista, and might I add, a trendsetter. I'm really excited to be doing this with her today. She's gonna be talking to us about her art in the industry, and let's get started. Hey MAAD.
Hey girl, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me and welcome to Earth.
Thank you. It's amazing. I'm loving it so far. I have some questions for you. So, how have all of your art endeavors influenced your DJing style?
I feel like for my artistry, everything is very hand in hand. Like with DJing, I've just been able to learn about different genres of music that have influenced my own artistry. So it's been a cool journey to be able to feel different music and just build from that with my own music.
Is that where you got your sense of style from? Because girl, you be slaying.
Had to give you a look. Thank you. But yeah, I definitely feel like my mom and my dad, because they're both very stylish. I have definitely taken parts of their style with me. I always go at my mom like, how could you not keep any of your clothes? Like you weren't aware that you were gonna have a daughter that was gonna love Studio 54 clothing in the 70s. So yeah. And my dad, he's cool. So that's probably where I get my cowboy hats from. My dad has been wearing cowboy hats forever.
Ah, so they influence you a lot with that style.
Yes, shout out to my parents.
You also mentioned before that Will Smith is one of your biggest motivators. Would you rather have a song with him, do like a duet, or would you rather act with him in, let's say, like a feature film?
Oh my God.
I know, that's a big one, huh?
I mean, Will Smith has some big records, like really big records. Going to Miami. I want to act with Will Smith. Let me act with him because I feel like he probably has like a lot of gems that he can give in that aspect. I don't know. That's a hard one. I feel like if anything, I would just love to have a conversation with him because he has a lot of really great motivational tips, and I feel like being around him, he'd just be like, "You can do it. Go do it." So.
I know Will Smith is your biggest motivator, but who would be your dream collaboration?
Oh man, I really love Pharrell. And I think it would be really cool to do something with Khalees as well. Khalees would be awesome. I mean, she's a style icon. She's really cool. And yeah.
Would you prefer tacos in LA or pizza in New York?
Oh my God, hands down pizza in New York. Like I love tacos. LA tacos are hands down delicious, but I grew up on New York pizza and I miss it. I miss the grease. I miss the cheese.
What was your creative process of your new EP entitled Eventually Part 1?
Oh man, the creative process for me tends to be the same. I kind of either find music that I love and start to write to that, or I start with melodies or have an idea in my head and kind of bring that to the producer or the songwriters that I'm working with. And yeah, this project, we really wanted to tap into the whole self-love, appreciation, growth with this project. So yeah, I'm happy with how people are receiving it and how it's resonating with everybody.
Are you big on self-love? Is that kind of something you lead with in life?
100%. I think that self-love is important for people's happiness. I think that in order for other people to have their own joy, they have to have appreciation and love for themselves. So for sure, it's very important.
Yeah, I would agree. What are the positives and the negatives of being in a male-dominated industry when it comes to DJing?
Well, I've definitely gone to gigs and like some of the male techs are like, excuse me, I could take care of this. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to set up wires and all that kind of stuff. Or sometimes I've had gigs where like another male DJ that's coming on before, after me is standing over my shoulder. So know your craft like so crazy that no one's able to be like, well, this is what it's really supposed to be. Because, you know, sometimes people want to make you feel a little bit smaller than what you are. But if you know all of your skills, then you'll be all right.
Nobody can tell you shit, right? They love to do that. But you gotta know your craft, I feel like. When you know your craft, when you feel confident in that, even in like a dominated industry such as DJing, like you said, you just feel more empowered and more confident standing in that position. So, would you consider yourself to be your own muse?
Oh man, I've never thought of myself as my own muse, but I guess it would make sense. We have to find a way to grow from ourselves. Even with like social media, like if you think about it, we're looking at ourselves all day long. So it's just like me, somebody else, and me. And I guess from that, maybe we're figuring out different ways that how we want to be seen, and how and what our style is, and how to, you know, how do you feel this day? So shit, yes, I am my own muse. That is me.
I love that, and I'm here for that, and I respect that. What are some small goals that you hope to accomplish this year?
Man, this year has been very interesting because, you know, initially when it started, I had gigs lined up. I knew what I was doing. I was going to South by to perform. I had DJ gigs. And then when everything got canceled, I was like, wait a minute, what's happening? But being able to kind of transition into where I am now, and the things that I've made happen being in quarantine, makes me realize that once this is over, like, it's full speed ahead. Like, if you can do this on, like, if you can get things done on constraints, like, imagine what it's like after that. So as of right now, I'm happy that I have the project out. I just shot a visual for one of my singles. Have a billboard out, have campaigns out. So I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep riding this wave, and yeah, it's a good one.
The pandemic has not held you back, girl.
Hello.
You're doing it out here. Thank you, MAAD. It was such a pleasure to interview you today and ask you all these questions and get an insight into your perspective with your art and the industry. And I'm so happy to have you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, and welcome.
Yeah.